That looks bomb. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Hungry Ant episode. Today I'm going to do something a little different. I've never done a standalone sauce recipe, and I want to do that for you guys. It's very fast, very simple to do, and it can be used for almost everything. For instance, I made a sushi video on California rolls. You can use that instead of unagi sauce. A lot of restaurants tend to use teriyaki sauce. This is also something you can use for a teriyaki chicken marinade, and I'm gonna show you that as well in another video. You can make fish, seafood like shrimp, salmon. You can pretty much put it on anything. So I'm very excited to show you this teriyaki sauce, and it just tastes so delicious. I used it all the time when I was working in the restaurants. So let's go ahead and start making it for you guys. We have some garlics, 3 cloves of garlics. I have about 2 inches of ginger that I'm gonna use. It's just like a good sized chunk. And I have 1 green onion. We have this soy sauce here. This is our base of teriyaki sauce. And it's very, very salty. So I use the less sodium. And then we have the sweet cooking wine, which is the mirin, that's gonna make it sweeter. As well as the brown sugar will make it sweet. And then we have the sake to add a really good flavor to it. So with all these guys, we're gonna combine that into a pot and we'll boil it. So for now, let's get everything cut, chopped, and put into our pot. Alright, so you guys saw that I cut up the ginger, the garlic, and the green onions very, very rough. It doesn't matter about presentation on this part. It's just gonna go into the sauce and it's gonna have all those flavors cooked in there. So let's get the liquids together. I got 1 cup of soy sauce going in. So with this 1 cup, we're gonna put it into our pot. 1 cup soy sauce. Okay, 1/2 cup of mirin. 1/4 cup of sake. So as this guy is starting to heat up, we're gonna add all of our ginger, toss in the garlic, and all the green onions. Alright, so now that it's boiling, I'm gonna add the brown sugar. This is my 1/4 cup, so I'm gonna put 3 of them in here to make a 3/4 cup. Okay. Now what we want to do is we want this brown sugar to dissolve, and make sure that it doesn't boil too hard because we don't want it to burn. Soy sauce is very easy to burn, and so is sugar. I can already smell all the flavors. It smells delicious. Alright, so now we're gonna let this sauce simmer for a little bit, less than 5 minutes, just enough for the sugar to dissolve and for the wine to be cooked out, and the sake. Alright, now that it's been simmering on low for a few minutes, I'm gonna turn off the fire, and this is the fun part, okay? Right now, this is the actual teriyaki sauce, but it hasn't been thickened yet. So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna thicken the sauce, but before we do that, we have 2 things that we can do. So I like saving some of the sauce for a marinade, and I'm gonna marinate it with chicken. A lot of times I marinate it with the salmon. And actually, while that's cooling, I'm gonna start making the sauce, and I wanna show you guys how to thicken it. Right, so I'm actually gonna transfer the entire sauce into another container. That way I can use this pot to make a thickened sauce. So let's taste the sauce real quick. Oh yeah, it's very flavorful. The longer you allow all this stuff in here to sit, the more flavor it's gonna have. So with the sauce, it's kind of ready to go. So I'm gonna pour just the liquid back in here, just some of it, okay? So here's my marinade that I'm gonna use for the chicken. Once it cools down, I can throw my poultry or my seafood in this guy. Don't put it in while it's hot, but it's gonna start cooking the meat. So that part of the sauce is done, and we'll allow this guy to heat up and boil. In the meantime, I'm gonna create a slurry. I have some potato starch, about that much right there. And I'm gonna add water in here. Just very little water. Just enough for it to get, see that? Okay. This is what you guys call a slurry. Okay. I'm gonna lower the pot a little bit before it starts burning. This is the consistency we're looking for. So now we're gonna add the slurry into the pot, but we can only add a little bit at a time. If you add too much, you'll see some lumps that look like gelatin. So this is how little we're gonna put in there, okay? I'm gonna do this, and we have to mix it right away. It's gonna thicken almost instantly, okay? Just a little bit at a time until we get the consistency that we want. Okay, I'm gonna turn the heat back up a little bit because I'm messing with it, okay? Patience is key for this. If you rush it, we will have lumps, okay? It's starting to thicken already. The reason why we use the potato starch and not cornstarch for this, you can actually use both. But with something so acidic-y and so much sodium, the potato starch works a lot better. So it's starting to thicken already. You can see it in the pot. Let me show you guys. See that? The way it just coats onto the pan. It becomes almost like a glaze. It gets a little shiny. It's nice. We're almost there. Almost there. So I used about 2 tablespoons of potato starch, okay, and just a little bit of water. Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna turn off the flame, and this is our sauce. Okay, you see that? You see that thickness? That's perfect right there. Okay, it's a really good sauce. Before we transfer it over, I'm gonna make sure the sauce cools down a little bit. All right, guys, now it's time to put the sauce into the bottle. I'm gonna show you how thick it is. That's a perfect consistency right there. That looks really good. All right, that's it. That's all we have, guys. So if you guys want to make your chicken teriyakis or your salmon teriyakis, once this cools down, we're just gonna put it in this marinade 24 hours and then you're ready to cook it. So if you notice, I actually saved a lot of the marinade because I tend to cook a lot more of the meats. We don't need that much sauce, we just need a little bit. So that's why I only made this much. Most of the flavor is coming from the actual marinade. So if you guys want to head over to my sushi recipe, this is what you can use on top of your California rolls. And then if you want to head over to my chicken teriyaki recipe, you'll learn how to use this marinade. I'm going to show you guys how the sauce came out. This is the thickness of it. Oh yeah, it's beautiful. All right, thank you guys for joining in on this teriyaki sauce recipe. I hope you guys start to use this, and I'll see you in the chicken and the sushi videos. Bye-bye. Say thank you.
Thank you.
Say I love you.
I love you. Oh, I want to is to be close to you, but I don't know how and what to do. I'm so shy.